So I'm super duper 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 excited to introduce you to Kathy Van Ness. I've only known Kathy for a short period of time. When you turn 51, YPO kicks you out and puts you in YPO Gold. So we are now members of YPO Gold. She has had an amazing career history. She is the president and COO of the Golden Door Spa, and she'll tell you what that is and what it does. But in her past life, she worked for 30 years in the fashion industry with Diane von Furstenberg, and then at president of Speedo. She did 4 Olympics. She worked with Michael Phelps directly, and she is absolutely killing it in social consciousness. It is with great pleasure that I introduce you to my friend Kathy.
What do you mean? When you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean?
Hi. We're perfect. I've got 15 minutes, which is just enough time because you hear a lot of speakers. And my goal today is to leave you with just one idea, because you can't have 100. You just can have one, and you're going to get 100 while you're here. So my role today is to give you one. So as you heard, I lived my entire life in the fashion industry, and I got this incredible opportunity at the president's level to flip to hospitality. Almost impossible. And I now run #1 in the world, Golden Door. In your lifetimes, you're going to have 20 careers. That's a fact. In our lifetimes, we have now 4s or 5s, but when you get, and we're going to talk about that, you're going to probably have 20 different roles in the world today. So for a second, while you're all energized, I'm going to take you to Zen. We're going to do our first video. Get out of the way.
My eyes, having observed everything, return to the white chrysanthemums.
It starts softly and gets louder as the world gets quieter. A slow dawning rising to the surface. The love song that you knew by heart. The face of someone you somehow forgot. A sweet resonance filling the space between our thoughts. A place that is not simply occupied, but entered. Joy that is not caused, but just is. The recognition of what has always been under one enormous sky. Can you hear it now? The sound of your inner voice, no longer on mute. It's all inside. Golden Door.
Doesn't that feel good? Top 5 trends in the global world today is food and travel. Those are going to be probably the top 5 trends for the next 15 years. So you think about your life and where your life is going, keep those trends in mind. Because no matter what business you may be in, those top 5 trends are going to affect you. So right now, one of the first conversations I have for you is you've already made a perception. You've already made a perception of me and of the Golden Door, hopefully one of calmness, I hope. And that's one of the key takeaways for today. I'm going to talk a little bit about perception. It's 2 seconds perception. At the Golden Door, we do something really interesting. We understand that clothing and jewelry and makeup are the top 3 prejudicial perceptions of causing you to make a decision about a person. So whether our guest be a celebrity or an entrepreneur or a banker or an insurance person, they come in with, and we give outfits for them, sort of like camp. And why would we do that? Celebrities, think about it. Doctors, lawyers, really incredible people, Fortune 500 company people, because we want to take people back to human. We want everybody to be able to sit in the room and have zero prejudice one against the other. And by taking away the top three things, which really is first, clothes, beauty, and makeup, big ones, we put everybody at an even stead, and we find out so much stuff. So in your own lives, I want you to think about those three things as you think about 2 seconds it takes to make a perception. What's the next rule? And we're going to go to how you make a perception about Chef. You have 2 minutes to tell your story. So we're going to do something fun because I only have 10 minutes today. And I promise to leave you with something really important. This is real. The number one thing that happens to young people when they go for jobs is in 2 minutes they blow it. In 2 minutes. First they blow it for the 2 seconds of perception, whether you didn't use your voice. You've already made a decision about me in 2 seconds. The second time, okay, we got past the 2 seconds. Now we're listening again. Now it's the 2-minute rule. So we're going to do something fun. We're going to have each of you pick a partner. Hopefully it's next to you, of course. And each of you has 2 minutes. You have to go really fast because this is going to take up my time. And then I'm going to ask certain people in the audience to see if you can tell in 2 minutes what was the one thing the other person said that they wanted to do in their life that was important. Remember, you only have 2 minutes. You can't go on, and you have to remember when you stand up. And you have 1 minute. Does that make sense? So everybody pick a partner. And again, what you're going to explain to the other person is, what do you want to do with your life? You have 2 minutes to say, this is what I want to do with my life. Say it again. Okay, you have a couple. 1 minute. Okay, time. I know, I'm cutting you short. That's how it works. All right, I'm gonna talk to 10 different people. I'm gonna just pick. So, or maybe I'll best volunteer. Okay, great. I have a volunteer. Can you stand up, please? You have to say in 1 minute what this person wants to do with their life.
Okay, so this is my friend Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi, Mary. Hi, Mary. Okay, so she wants to go into broadcasting. Her interest is mainly entertainment, so like fashion, but her main goal is to be a broadcaster. That's it.
Okay, okay, good. I'm going to keep going right here. Did she get it right?
Yes, she did.
Okay, go.
This is my friend Diana right here, and she wants to go into fashion, and right now she's selling
Fashion,
shirts.
I love it. Say it again.
She wants to go into fashion, and right now she has a shirt company.
A t-shirt company. Okay, that's very good. Did you feel that if I was going to hire you that I could make a decision on that? No. Remember, this is also, you're convincing someone to hire you in 2 minutes. You don't have 4. You will blow it in 2. I will be bored at minute 4 if you haven't convinced me that you're the right person. 2 minutes. It's called an elevator speech. Public companies who do $1 billion, I have to walk into a boardroom and say, this is what I'm about. This video, you'll see videos under seconds. What do you think YouTube's about? Right over here in the back. You got 2 minutes, and I'm going to call it if it goes too long. Because you're going to miss the point.
Thank you. This is my awesome friend, Adrienne. She is very caring and loving. She wants to combine her 2 favorite things, helping people, having their life in their hands and stuff to make sure that they get the best that they can, as well as making money for her to give back later on. She wants to be a nurse anesthetist, which is basically right under an anesthesiologist, and she wants to be the last person you see before you go to surgery and the first person you see to wake up to let you know that she wasn't lying. that your life is in great hands.
That's good. But did you lose her? Did you lose her? At the end, did you follow her the whole way? So what does she want to really be? Who knows what she wants to really be? A nurse. I want to be the best nurse ever because I care about people and lives, and I want to make a difference. That's a minute. That's how long you have. Let's try a couple more. Come on, this is good. I want you to hear it from yourselves right over here. Because I have 6 minutes. I'm going to do a video soon.
This is Jake Haddad. He is from Toronto, Ontario, also known as the Six. He wants to study dentistry, make money in dentistry, and travel to underprivileged areas and work on children with dentistry.
Excellent. But what's the one thing I probably wouldn't say if I was interviewing?
He's from the Six.
No. 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 What's the one thing I wouldn't say? Is good. Who said it? Somebody said it. Don't tell the person you're trying to get a job for with 50 people in line, I want to get it for the money. You will not get hired. So I'm going to take a break on it. I'm going to show you a really quick video, which is I want to put some fun in here too, because when I leave this stage, I want you to remember one thing about my presentation. Perception, enthusiasm, and 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's try another video. Cooking.
Hi, I'm Greg Fry Jr., Executive Chef of the Golden Door, and I'm excited to be here to invite you to our new cooking school happening this July and August. We are going to be offering 2 7-day weeks for our guests to come and join us in a working production kitchen and learning exactly what goes on. We're going to take all of our guests, split them up into 2 groups, and one group's going to spend about 3 hours in the kitchen, and they're going to learn everything from knife skills, simple basics like stocks and sauces, how to actually time manage yourself into preparing a full meal, and finishing off with actually preparing your final meal from scratch and having the kitchen put it all together for you. Or you can come and join us with one of our experts that I have coming. I've got fishermen, farmers, ranchers, beekeepers, and they're going to come and tell you about what they do and how they provide for us and how that in turn you can relate that in with the kitchen and what we actually use that for. Let's take, for instance, having my fishmonger come in and talk to you about how you properly pick the right piece of fish for the evening, or what fish would you actually pick in your region, or what makes a good choice for a sustainable seafood dinner. Whether or not you're a beginner and you are afraid to touch a knife, or maybe you're someone who's an expert like myself, there's no way you're going to learn everything and know everything in the world of cooking. It's a very fluid world. Be sure not to miss out on this one-of-a-kind experience. It truly is going to be an exceptional week.
So this video is a little over 2 minutes, but how much do you think I have to sell this week for in just over 2 minutes? Take a guess how much. Anybody have a guess? I'm sure you don't. No, it's a week, for gosh sake. I'm not that bad. 10,850, 7 days. That's how much. So every 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes, we have to sell a car. It's like a car. A 7-day guest for 10,850, and I have 2 minutes. I want you to think about that. 2 minutes. Perception is 2 seconds, and it's real. A person has decided they like you, they don't like you, they're hiring you or not hiring you the second you walk in and make it and sit down. You can change their mind in the next 2 minutes. Okay, I was a little bit wrong. They actually have something to say and they're interesting, but you have 2 minutes. We have to do something interesting in Vegas. We have to go to a big, huge travel show. We have to go from these tables like this. Oh my gosh, it's 7 days, 4 minutes, all day, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. Now you just divide out how many times we have to talk. The voice is like dead. You have 4 minutes to tell somebody who knows nothing about what you're talking about your entire program in 4 minutes. And don't forget, part of the 4 minutes is getting up out of your chair, walking to the next chair, sitting down and praying the next person is out of the chair, because if they're still sitting there, they're taking up your time. Now you have 3 minutes. And you do it for 7 days. Imagine selling $10,000, $8,000 businesses. So my gift to you today is the gift of perception. One of the things we learned at the Golden Door is we must go back to being our natural human selves and look at each other as exactly how we are naturally. And in 2 seconds, the way you look and feel and the way you look across the room will have people decide who you are. The next piece is the 2-minute rule, and I want you to practice and practice with friends and make it be so compelling. These were great that you could see, would you hire me? And if you practice that over and over and over, when you walk in, your chance will be to use the 2-minute rule. Any questions? Let's go right here.
Hi, I'm Kale.
Hi, how are you? From Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Can you give us your 2-minute speech for your company?
Yes. We transform people's lives in 7 days by taking you on a personal, private, personalized journey of mindfulness, beauty, fitness, and health. And the reason it's different than anybody else is because every human in this room is socially, mentally, and physically different. And because we do it one-on-one, that's how we make a difference. I can do it in less than 2. Another question, yes.
Hi, Kathy. Thanks for being here today. My question to you is, how would you go about being perceived as a woman in business? Because sometimes, you know, there's generally, it's a man's world,
It is.
and women are breaking into it, but how would you give advice to someone who's looking to be serious about business but wants to still be respected?
Unfortunately, you have to look more professional at all times. You have to speak more I know this sounds really awful, but I've run a public company. I've battled with the different roles, and a woman never can. You can't have your hair be curly and wild and fly away and expect to run a company. That's just a kind of a rule. Think about it. They're not going to take you seriously. A female leader has to look and feel so confident and conservative that they will trust that you can get the job done. And so that's your first piece of criteria, is look confident. You have to dress the part. And you have to dress it more. If the guy goes in khaki pants and a blue blazer and a tie, and you go in khaki pants and a blue blazer and tie, you are probably not going to get hired. You're going to have to go in and look a little bit more shined up. That's just a reality. I want to add to that 2-minute rule. We give 100% of our money away to solve abuse of children in America. 100%. 100% of our profits. 100%, and we're making changes every single day. Another question I saw over here. Was there another question? Yes, thank you, right here. Yes. I'm right on time. I just have one more video.
Was there an experience that you went through that helped you discover this 2-minute perception, or was it a mentor that helped teach it to you so that you could help pass it on to us?
When you run a company and you have to present your company at shareholders and speak to people who don't have the patience to hear a long dissertation, which is most people, by the way. We're in a soundbite world. That's the success of US Today, the internet, and YouTube. And so you just learn. You have someone's attention for minutes and seconds. And if you don't get it out, it's called the elevator pitch. It's real. It's been around a long time, and some people never get it. I interview people all the time, and I look and I go, who's their mother? Where's their father? Did anybody tell them, like, oh my God, don't say this. Oh, I had like 17 jobs, and I was fired from my last job, and I'm thinking I'm gonna be this. I'm going, oh my gosh, no, 2 minutes. And you just learn. You have 2 minutes to make a compelling statement. And it doesn't matter what the statement is. You can say, I want to change the world and work in a company that I can give 100% of my money away and stop the abuse of little tiny children in America. I would start to listen just like that. I want to work in a company that doesn't use plastics. I might listen. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you say as long as it's compelling. So my gift to you again today is the gift of perception and my 2-minute rule. And I'm going to close with one last fun video, because who doesn't love YouTube videos, right? Yay! I have one last video that you guys can enjoy, and it's called Dining into the Stars. To talk about a 2-minute on that, we wanted a fun thing to do in the summer, and we designed a whole experiential chance to dine on top of a mountaintop under the stars with butler service. Now that's what I call personalized. So enjoy, and thank you all so much. $2 minutes, $6,000, sold out.